Can you speak into a little bit of how did you actually get to that place? For the woman going, I know that I do have the answer inside of me. I know that I can make these decisions, but I don't know how, or I don't know how to listen to myself. Like, how did you get there? What would you say to them?
I feel like a lot of us.
Welcome back to Wildly Empowered Women. Can you speak into a little bit of how did you actually get to that place? For the woman going, I know that I do have the answer inside of me. I know that I can make these decisions, but I don't know how, or I don't know how to listen to myself. Like, how did you get there? What would you say to them?
It's you know the answer already. It's whether or not you're prepared to take action on the answer. I feel like a lot of us, we busy ourselves, or we create busyness and energetic noise, literal and energetic noise, clutter in our lives in order to actually numb out that intuitive voice or numb out that intuitive guidance. And so it's again about getting really discerning around, what am I here for? What's the vision? Is this serving the vision, or is this just a bloody distraction that might be serving someone else's vision, or might be keeping someone that I love really happy and content with the decisions that I'm making? Or is it actually something, is it something that I need to do in order to expand into that next phase of growth and evolution? Your body always knows the answer. Always. And we are the ones that ignore it, or just, it's a little bit too hard today, so let's not go there today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe in 3 years' time. The answer is always there. And sometimes, the radical action isn't about, a full cord cutting. Sometimes it's actually about, hey, I need to have a conversation with someone. I need to have this really difficult conversation. It could go either way. And I've got to be prepared for that. I've actually got to be so prepared for that, because this is my truth. This is where I'm going. And anything that's not in alignment with that, I need to give permission for it to fall away. And trust that new things will flow in. And that's the hard part, because that's living in full surrender. That's living in abundance, right? We can't be in a state of expansion and contraction at the same time. So it's in every moment. I also like to refer to it as like choosing love over fear in every moment. We can't be in a phase of we can't be in a state of both. So it's cool. Okay, what would love choose in this moment? Without all the story, without the narrative, just in this isolated moment, if I was to be in the full, pure frequency of love, what would I choose? And then you ask yourself the fear question. If I was to be in a state of fear and contraction, what would I choose? And then it's about, okay, cool. Well, if I choose the love, what's the best thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? If I choose the fear, what's the best thing that could happen? And what's the worst thing that could happen? So it's this beautiful combination of actually asking your body and then allowing your mind to also be involved in the conversation, because we do live in a 3D world. And trusting yourself to take the aligned action from there. Even if you don't know the outcome, even if you don't know how it's all going to play out, just trust. Because if you're constantly in this state of fear, of worrying about the worst thing that could happen, that's just going to steamroll and expand. We're here once. We've only got this one beautiful life. So let's keep choosing love over the fear and just see what happens.